How you doing, guys? This is Hybridsteel and welcome to this game. We haven't played this for a little while, and the main reason why I'm playing, actually there's a few reasons why I'm playing this game today, and mainly the reason why I'm playing this game is because, number one, I'm absolutely knackered from yesterday. After I finished my live stream, I did another like hours load of recording. I was editing this morning to get that video out today, and then I had like a day out with the kids and everything else, and it's kind of like I'm going to give Grounded 2 a rest. Tomorrow I'll get into playing it and I'll do some bits and pieces in it, and I'll get a guide and stuff. I'll get some videos recorded because, you know, I'm gearing up and I'm doing this. I was like, I haven't played this game for a little while, and they're looking at updating this very soon. As you can tell by the roadmap over there, they're up to a point where they're adding in a grading card system, which is apparently going into the next sort of like part of this game. Now, I would just load up my old game and be like, hey guys, look, I've got my shop and it's all good. But because I've already played through that game, and I'm like, I kind of cheated. And everyone does it anyway. Most people who make videos use mods to speed up their progress so they can speed ahead and make videos. That's kind of how most of YouTubers work. So I'm going to start this brand new session on TCG Card Shop Simulator with no mods, and I'm not going to use any mods. This is just going to be like this is just going to be me kind of suffering through the game and just enjoying it as we go, because the problem with like making content, and I will talk about this like as I go through a lot of the time, the problem with making videos is that when you make a lot of videos, you don't get a lot of time to enjoy the games. So making videos about this, I never really got to actually enjoy the games because I was kind of pushing myself to make as much content as possible. But as I currently do streaming and I do videos and bits and pieces, I currently just want to kick back, play this for a couple of hours and be happy. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start a brand new game, and we're gonna get into this, and we're just gonna chill and do some card trading and go from there. How you doing, Charlie, by the way? Sorry, I was yabbering. Right, so we're gonna do a save file already exists. Do you want to delete the save file and start a new shop? Let's just have a look at my loaded games. It's a shame I can't delete them, because that one's... Can we delete games? Day 4, level 6, $169. If I go to bed, it's all good. That's all right, man. If I load up Rip and Win, which is level 4 in, we'll be okay. Yeah, we'll load into Rip and Win. I think I tried to... I think this was an experiment of mine, and I was like, hey, I'm going to do this, and then decided against it. I think I was going to do like one of those like story style, you know, you get someone who does like an hour or two like long video and it'll show you like the whole process from start to finish. I think that's what this save was, and it's fine if I ruin it. Yeah, mate, that's exactly what this was. Yeah, so we're going to start from here. So this is Rip and Win. This is like an experiment I kind of didn't ever continue. So technically we're starting again, just with a little bit of a, yeah, auto open disabled. I might have to look into my options here. Okay, right. So we've got a couple of bits and pieces for sale. Not too bad. Let me just open up my binder.
Normally, sweetheart,
yes, mate.
Do you normally leave
the door halfway? Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
the door open?
Halfway, yeah.
If you need to put music and lights on, if they're in your room, put them on, okay? You need to put it on, right?
Excuse me. So we've got a couple of pages with some cards in already, which is good. I'm pretty sure what I did. There we go. We got a couple of selly ball bits. I'm looking through because as I said, I tried and then didn't keep this game up and running. So yeah. All right, cool. So I'm going to open up the shop, and here we go. So we've got some basic packs, we've got some boosters. We haven't got a lot of money left, so that's fine. We'll be okay. It'll be fine.
Bed.
It's bedtime, mate.
Three.
We can't have him.
Today you have a music and lights. Tomorrow he can have his choice of music.
Oh no, smelly customer. Blech.
What?
Go to bed, mate.
Many questions.
Yeah, it's bedtime.
Ah,
Good night, Oliver. Sleep tight, bud.
she's not playing.
Sleep tight, bud.
Good night.
Sleep tight, mate.
Really?
Sleep tight, mate.
She's
Sleep tight, mate.
Good night.
Good night. Good night, Oliver. Good night, Oliver. I'm still surprised he's still awake.
Bed.
5, 6, 7, 30. Done. And she wants all these cards, so we're good here. £8 and 30. I've got to do something with the sound. Give me a sec. Right, I think when I was doing videos, I turned the sound like, yeah, I did. I turned it right down. So that's okay. Sound effects are up. And we're good. But yeah, the main reason why I'm playing this now is just because like it's been one of those days. And I'm just like, I just want to chill for a bit. I've got videos I need to record for Grounded, and I'm like, if I play it now, I'm gonna be playing Grounded for like 4 hours, and then when it comes to making the videos, I mean, I'm gonna be sitting there for a while just playing Grounded, not being able to continue because I want to continue whilst making the videos, and I can't because I'm playing the stream. So that's kind of the reason why I'm on now. But yeah, that's, I mean, if this is something that you kind of want to see a bit more of, I will be carrying on my my journey into all this, because with the update coming out and them doing like graded cards as well, that's kind of where I'm at in the like the whole like sphere of the hobby as well when it comes to like Pokemon cards. It's just a thing at the moment. Oh, I've got to give you 60p. I'll give it all in 10p's. Have fun, mate. Right, so I've got a space. Oh, I've got to remember how to play this game. Right, close album view card. Take card. 10p's good enough. It's fine. There we are. Happy little shopkeeper I am. But yeah, I just wanted to calm today. Hi, sir. What can you want? 2 packs? Oh, you want a card and a. Okay, that's 435 value. 435. Have a great day. Night night.
Hey.
He's okay.
Not you.
He just came in and gave me this. Ollie going to bed gives me Jack Skeleton.
I don't know. I've got Santa Jack, so I'm alright.
I can't turn to put it up there.
Bed.
Do 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 do. No more smelly people. Alright, they finished their game. That's more money to me, which is good. £2 and 80p. 50, 60, 70, 80, boom. Done. Have a lovely day, Mr. Redhead. £4.50. Oh, no, yeah, I'll do that. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Bruh. Thank you. Have a great day. Yes, sir. What can I do for you? Customers selling this market value of £1. Well, you know what? You know what? I'll take it. Oh, okay. Ask price. I'm gonna do it for 120. There we go. Thanks, matey. Have a great day. No, I don't know if I've already got that card. Actually, if it's like pushed my collection one more, then I probably don't have that card. I should sort this out. Sort album by type. Yeah, that would do. Okay. Yep, I can do these. £18.90. Thank you very much. £1.95. 150, 60, 70, 95. Boom. Thank you. And there we are. It's all good. £2.45. £2.45. Have a great day. Right. So, if we sort this out by price. So my most cheapest cards will be at the one end. And I can't remember why I'm keeping 2 cards. Oh no, I remember exactly why I'm keeping 2 cards. Don't worry. I'm just looking for anything more than 2. So the reason why I'm keeping 2 cards is because customers come in and trade. So if they come in and trade and you've got like spare cards, then you're not going to break into your collection, and that's fine. But if you don't have any spares, then the customer just takes your card that's in your collection. And this was that was the mentality I had. I was like, oh, you know what, I'm just going to collect all the cards. I don't really care about collecting all the cards in this one. I've already done that. I don't really want to do it again. I'm just going to treat this as a, look, I just need to make money. If I collect the cards and I've got more than X amount, then I'll take it. But I think at this point in time where I'm at, I'm kind of wanting to just build the shop up and just go for it. I really want to get, like, I'm really waiting for that graded section of this game, because I feel like that's going to be a kind of difference in this game compared to like what it was before. And especially because they've actually upgraded how big the shop can be, how much room the stock can be, and it's really, I'll show you now if you want. So let me just save up this game of Rip and Win. So we'll save this. I want to show you what they can do now. And you can upgrade your shop massive. Oh, I just quit the game. Bums. All I had to do was go back. Just let me load this back up. Come on. So the reason why I want to show you this is because this is what they've turned the game. They've upped the game a bit to be able to like advance even further. Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it. So before we go through this again, good night. Good night. So this is kind of where I want my shop to be again, but I'm not really worried about the collection side of things because I've already done the collecting side. So if you know my shop from the previous game, this is what it looked like by the end of it, and I had like everything. I even had all of the cards stacked up in their own cabinets in the game room. And I was like, that was pretty, that was pretty cool to actually have all these cards done and collected. And they're all full art cards. So I was fine with that. But what they've done now, if you look at the phone section, so if we go into the Renovision, the big thing, all of this now is shop expansion. And this is stuff that I've never seen before. So they've extended the shop up to this point. So you can have a massive shop now. which would be ridiculous, and you can upgrade the storeroom as well. Now, being that my storeroom was the game room, this was a lot of stuff, and it's like I don't really need to like upgrade this any further, and I'm good. But yeah, this was my whole collection shop. I had like all of the special cards, and then we had all of the stuff in stock. We had all of the stuff on shelf, and then we had all the full art cards all in the actual like game room. So playing the game like that, I don't need to do that again. Okay, so I'm just going to play the game and have fun instead of just worrying about getting to that point again. I just want to run the shop, man. Be happy. And it's all good. But yeah, and I'm just knackered, so it's all right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. And ever since I got back into like the whole like card collecting stuff, I've been watching a lot of people who actually, well, they make their business is cards, and I'm kind of inspired by how they started, and I'm kind of might have to start using it as a side hustle, because I don't actually like the hobby, but I kind of want it to be a little. I think I want it to be a little bit more, but we'll have to go from there. Let's put it this way: if someone said, "Hey, you know what? You've won the lottery. Congratulations. What are you going to do?" I'd be like, "You know what? I want to set up a geek shop. I want to do all of that stuff, and I just want to buy the shop outright instead of rent, because renting prices is absolutely ridiculous." I was looking at, it wasn't even a massive store, because I remember when there used to be this shop in there's a place just up the road from where I live called Maidstone, and they've got this place called the Royal Star Arcade, and there used to be a shop there that used to sell cards, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all of the geek stuff and all of that stuff, and I was like, that's pretty cool. And then I saw the rent on that unit, and it was £16,000 per year to rent the shop. And I was sitting there just going, no wonder these people go out of business. 16 grand to rent a shop. A geek shop might make like 25,000 a year, depending on how good it is and depending on how many people come into it. And you have to be you have to think outside the box on how to sell all your stock nowadays, because it's quite hard. So you find that if you own a shop of like, if you do the whole geek thing, you'll normally find that some of these people do like whatnot. Okay. New card on my offer. The market value is £44. Do you want to do it for 40? Fantastic. I will sell that card. It's worth 63 quid. I'll just bung it right up now. Market price plus 10%. But yeah, that's kind of, I was like, you know what? It's actually, it feels like something that I wouldn't mind doing, because I think when it comes to trading cards and stuff like that, it's always going to be kind of popular, and people always like it, and it's just one of those things. And getting hold of like cards nowadays is actually a lot easier, especially with like the internet, being able to like pull in bulk and being able to sell it off, and it's just a lot better. And when you've got like an actual local, a local company in the UK who do grading, and they are becoming like one of the big things for card stuff now. I'm really enjoying their, like, the actual graphics they put onto their actual labels as well. RPM Nexus is in the house. Dude, I don't think I've spoken to you this side of like winter. How you doing, bud? Hope all is going well. We've got 82 of 100 trades. We're literally just waiting for people now. So yeah, if I was to win the lottery tomorrow, I think that's probably what I would try and do. What about me? I'm just doing the same old stuff I always do. Really, it's kind of my thing right now. I'm not really doing a lot. I'm just doing my thing. Trying though. Cheers, matey. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50, 60, 95. And there we go. Yeah, I'm just like at the moment, videos whenever I can, streams whenever I can, waiting for Car Mechanic Simulator. You're now a store manager. You ain't coming back here then, are you? You're not coming back to YouTube. You're a store manager. You got responsibilities. You have a life. It's good, man. Congratulations for getting out of that like that rat run and then actually being into a higher position. Well done to you, man. Well done. Ah, boom. That's a fist bump. Empty the shelf. Oh, and he did. Thank you very much. Six, 7, 30. Brilliant. I'm posting on TikTok with short clips. Are you still doing tech, or are you doing like something completely different? Because the thing is, you haven't spoken to us, so we don't know what you're doing nowadays, man. First time we've actually spoken to you. Oh, you want to trade? Yeah, cool, man. So you want me to buy your card off you for... how about we do like $8? £8. Cool, man. Thanks very much. Have a great day. Gaming videos of Call of Duty. Play Battlefield. You know you want to. New Battlefield comes out real soon. Well, this year. But it's looking so much better than Call of Duty, man. Looking so much better. It's like the best place. Yeah, that's good, man. To be fair, if you're uploading to TikTok, why don't you upload YouTube Shorts as well? Same video, just upload it to a different platform. Just keep that reach going. Become a Shorts channel. Doesn't take a lot more editing. I mean, if you can edit like a 1-minute video and you can put it on 2 different platforms or Instagram as well, 3 different platforms, it's all good. Source it out to YouTube as well. Boom Shanker. At least then, in fairness, if you whack it out to a monetized channel, I mean, you might hit one of those clips that just goes click viral and you'll get paid a couple of $100. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, it helps. And if it brings in a couple of extra 100 here and there, and it's, you know, obviously you need like a couple of million views, but if you become renowned for clips, the world's your oyster, man. Go for it. Push it till you max it. I've been talking to a guy from... I'm not going to say his name. I don't know if he's a much bigger streamer than myself. And he was like, you need to get a broadcaster. I'm like, I don't know what a broadcaster is. He goes, basically it's somebody who's going to like promote your stream and push it out. And this, and I'm like, I got no money. You know, how am I going to do this? I mean, he's got like 300,000 followers on Twitch. I'm like, you could just say, hey, check out this guy. But at the end of the day, it's up to him. Right, before I keep burping my head off here, we need to buy some stuff. So, I need to buy some boxes. I need to pay my bills as well first. Let me just pay my bills first. That's all good. 935 doll hairs. We're going to buy 2 boxes of those. 2 boxes of those. I can't remember how much I can get onto a shelf. I'm so dead in this game, like when it comes to my head of like, I can't remember how I do anything. Open box. Fantastic. It's full. Yeah, man. I mean, at the end of the day, what you got, I mean, switching the channel, you know what to do. Empty the channel, empty it completely, and be happy. I think I've still got mods on. Because the boxes are emptying far more faster than they would be. Oh, crap, I've still got cards. Okay. You know what? I mean, out of them all, like, that mod is kind of a lifesaver. You don't have to worry about too much. Just that's fast. I like that. Yeah, we can buy one more. We'll do one more double. And what I will do is I'll buy a box for myself. Gives me a bit of ammo that I can chuck onto the shop. I'll throw that down there a second. Give me a second, smelly people. We'll be just fine. Right, I'll be alright. But yeah, if you're not worried about all the tech stuff anymore, I mean, best thing you do, get rid of it. You know, I mean, they're old videos. Not a lot of people are going to be really worried about them anymore. You're basically trying to resurrect a dead channel at this point, so why not go for it? Oh, it's Q, right. So I think apparently I've still got. I didn't know I had mods still on this, so that's fun. This helps. Cool. Broke out gas station sim for old times' sake today. Oh, you've got a new update for that as well. New update comes out. It's camper. You get a caravan site. So there's that. It's definitely cheaper too. You only have to buy one game or a couple of games. If you want to do it as a freebie, try Enlisted. Enlisted is kind of Call of Duty. You're playing with guns and shooting people in the face, but you know, it's all good. You got Battlefield 6 coming out soon, so Battlefield will be good for like content, especially if you're blowing up buildings and watching things fall down. You go click, boom, look at the destruction of a C4 plant or something, you know? Yeah, it's just those little things. And if you're going to do it on like montages and stuff, you know, whenever you get a chance, and whenever you're just gaming, just stream it whenever you want. You do whatever you've got the option to completely turn around and do anything you want now. If you're not worried about the tech and it's cheaper to do games, you could literally just build up a short like database of all of your clips. At one point, you could download, I don't know, like 8 or 9 of your clips. If they're like a minute long, you could do a 10-minute montage and just chuck that up as a video. You don't even have to worry about creating new videos. It just does it for you. And then when it comes like shooting people like in Call of Duty and stuff, it's fun. And people enjoy watching the whole like 360 no scope stuff. So if you can do some of that amazing stuff, it's perfect. And then when someone goes, oh, when do you stream? You stream whenever you've got time, because you're busy and you can only stream whenever you are allowed, or when you can allow yourself to stream. So genuinely, not necessarily a bad way to go. Like, it's pretty cool. I think if I was in a full-time job, that's pretty much how I would do things. I think short-based content, the worst part is I hate short-based content, but it works. You know, and if you can pull a couple of thousand views from a short and people watch it, and then they discover your channel for it, it's not going to be a bad problem, is it? I kind of see it as a discoverability thing. You're not going to get a lot from it, but it'll work either way. I got 5 of those little buggers. Right. Cool. Okay, stocks are shelved. We're all good. Let's go. Yeah, it's got. In fairness, long haul list. The kind of the reason why I'm playing this. I'm like, I'll be all right. But yeah, I wanted to build the shop up again. I wanted to just chill. I've had a long day. I'm kind of just. It's all right. I'll be fine. Apparently, according to some, I think I read that we could actually buy like single cards. I'll have to have a look at that in a minute. I'm pretty sure we can. 1320. But you know me, a good chat about the old YouTube. We like it. It's kind of why we're here, isn't it? We're on YouTube. We're on and we're on Kick as well. And don't forget, if you are enjoying the stream, hit the like, subscribe, notification button below for all other updates. And if you really, really want to help out, I mean, it would be nice. But if we can get like a little bit more support over on Kick, there's a link in the description box below. It takes you to Kick. All you have to do is just push the follow button. I'm not asking you to pay. And the reason why is because if I can just break affiliate over there, then Twitch slowly becomes less of a thing I really want to focus on, and then I can shift it to Kick, because if I'm going to be brutally honest, Kick is a better payout than it is on Twitch. Just have to redo channel banner. Yeah, you can just call yourself RPN. I know you're going to keep with the RPM stuff. I'd go RPN clips. I don't know what you want to call yourself. Death Squad. Short and sweet. Boom. I'm making shit up, man. Oh, no, not 27. 20. Yeah, no. There we go. We've had to change our plans for next week. Because we had like a mystery bill come out today. I was like, oh no, what's happened? And then like we had to pay that off, and I'm like, okay, cool, I'm doing a boot fair next weekend because reasons. It's like he shot us in the foot. I'm like, no, bugger. So yeah. Oh my god, dude, you're buying this many cards. That's amazing. This dude has an addiction, and his addiction just cost him £67.98p. And I owe you nothing. Whoa. Cool. 5, 6, 7, 8. 50, 60, 70. Boom. 85p. 50, 60, 70. 85. Boom. Hey, sir. You want a box and a card? Oh, okay. You can take in 2 cards. Oh, that's lovely of you. There we go. Have a great day. Ah. Right. 10. 42. There we are. Just those 2 little gremlins. Thank you very much, sir. Have a great day. Artemis, how you doing? Welcome to the world of tomorrow. Alright, we'll take 3 of those, 2 of those, 1 of those, 1 of those. So apparently I don't even know how I'm accessing mods. I can't remember. Apparently auto add. How have I got mods on? I don't know. I genuinely thought I got rid of all the mods off this game, which sucks. Because I have mods on. There has to be a key somewhere I've got, and it'll bring up the mod menu. 3:45. F1. Ah, there you are, you little bugger. Auto light, auto prices, bulk selling, customer display money. Some of these aren't going to work because they're out of date. Okay, that's fine. As long as it doesn't interfere with actually like building up your money flow in the game, I'm completely fine with what I've got on, because it's just like opening packs faster, or it's setting the prices for me that I don't have to do that. I hate the fact that it's on though, but it does help. Oh no, smelly customer. You. Tell you what, we need an air freshener. Blech. $10, $15, $16, $18, $50, $60, boom. There we go, there's my phone. Right. So these are the new things they've put in as well. So this is the whole, this is the stuff we had originally when we first played. But they added in like these extra things, which like binders and collector bits and pieces, which I thought was pretty cool. Got reviews, I like reviews. Deco, we can now paint our floors and stuff. Manage event, yeah. Alright. £8 and 37, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. 8.37. Well, don't forget, if you're still in the chat, RPM, you know, me, Charlie, Justin, we're still in chat in Discord. Charlie got himself his new truck. It's all good. Justin is around. I'm around most of the time. Apart from that, we're okay. Yes, sir. You want some cards? Okay. 752 change. Oh, 5. Be-doo-boo. 15, 14. 15, 40. Do ba 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 da ba 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 da ba 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 da ba da ba 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 da. Oh, it's the smelly patrol. You smelly people. I'm working here. £93 and 60p. Yeah, go for it. Have fun. 16, 80. Oh, we'll just do that. It's fine. I'm not worried about a couple of p. Smelly people. Ew. Oh. Yeah, but part of the reason why I'm on like now, and I'm only gonna be on for like a little bit, is just for today. It was nice to watch a little bit of wrestling as well today. The local, one of the local places we went to. Saw some animals. Educated my kids on houses with no electricity back in the 30s. That was fun. Fed some sheep, goats, llamas. Don't feed the donkeys. That's what it told us. Didn't do it. Ah, welcome, my friend. You want a card? You want cards? You want a box of cards? Ah, you want to watch people play cards? Right, all good. Bam. We'll do that for tomorrow, actually. I want to see about working an event. Make some honey off of it. Anyways, hope you guys are having a good weekend. And the world is treating you well. Because it definitely needs to. Good price. Oh, I know. It's amazing. Oh, you just want the one card to rule them all, do you, sir? Thanks, mate. 90 whole P in the coffer. Get in. That's what we like to say. Whoa! £72.37 and have a lovely day. £8, 5, 6, 7, 8. 45, 6, 7, 8. Bye. Have fun. Do. Press enter. No. What are you doing shaking your head? Buy something or trade. Get or get out. One of the two. Is that all you want? 2 boxes. Fair enough. 320. Thank you. Come again. I can't go until my customers left, and the reason why is because they could get up and they could buy stuff as well. So I just have to wait until they've smegged off. 20 bucks each. Thank you very much. See? Future customer. There we go. There we are. I think another thing I wouldn't mind doing is like getting into that whole idea of like running a shop. As said, if I ever won the lottery sort of thing, then I think what I would probably end up doing is like streaming it as a shop life videos, because there are people who do this. So there's a guy who I watched his channel a little while ago, and he's a pawnbroker. and he buys like gold and silver and everything else, and people come in and talk to him about like this, that, and the other, and so on. So you kind of get like the whole like shop life video stuff, and you get people come in, they get and they couldn't trade. I'm like, actually, this is really cool. I like seeing how things work in the background, and that's one of those things. I mean, yeah, for most people it's boring, but life in the day of a shop owner who trades this, that, and the other. I mean, it sounds pretty fun. It sounds interesting. Dear 6 in a Big Brother house. Right. So first off, we need to restock. It's not going to be a massive amount because most of the stuff is completely fine. Righty Cokey, skip. I think as we've now got like a little bit of extra income, I want to say. It's 300 for shelves. And then we could do this with dice. So it's 16. I can't remember how much we're getting. What, like, I think it's 8 a shelf. So we'll buy the licenses for those. We'll get those on the next one. Yeah. Figures, they're expensive. Right, shelf. Put. God damn it. Yeah. Suck it and see. If I keep pushing that button, I'm gonna murder something. Right, more packs on for sale. We're open, and I need to do my phone stuff, so pay bill. Ah, it was the beavers. Yeah, it was a good one. I actually like that. Hold on. 13.20. Chortle. 5, 6, 8, 9, 15. $18.60. A good year. I will get there eventually, don't worry. 1920. Not sure about that one. I'd have to consult the history books. 3100. Never been there. That's a lot of zeros. Oh. think I know why I'm still slightly tired though. It's because whilst we were wandering around, I didn't drink anything, and I was like, I turned down Carrie when she's like, "No, do you want some more drinks?" I said, "No, we're gonna have lunch. I'll get some food then. I'll get a drink then." And I was like, "Yep, I should have done it."
Yeah, if you had some other drink, couldn't you?
But I'll be all right. I was up. Yeah. I'm okay. Oh, you want to trade? Yes, sir. What can we do for? Ooh, well, I mean, ours price is. You're asking for 27 quid, and it's only worth 22. I'll do you a flat 20. Cheers very much, matey. Most appreciated. I'll keep that one. Goes in the collection. And at the moment, it's not worth selling. It's only worth like an extra couple of quid on top of what I paid for it. Pardon me. But a lot of the full out cards in this game, unless they're like the rarer ones, they ain't worth the money. They're just good to have. And what I'm hoping is with this grading service, maybe we'd actually be able to get cards graded, which would be pretty cool. If the cards come back graded and you're like, oh cool, I just pulled a 6, or oh, I got a 9, or I got a 10, it's amazing. I think that would be pretty cool. But I'd like to see that actually happen, so we actually have to like send certain cards off to be graded. I'm not sure how he's gonna do it. You've got the developer has to think like when it comes down to a graded card, it comes down to imperfections, borderlines, everything else. So it's one of those things you have to have. I mean, I've just recently bought a card grading tool where I can actually make sure that the borders are all in like the right lines. So if I do want to get anything graded in the future, I can then look at it and go, right, if the borders line up properly and it's kind of all in centered, then that card is good enough to be sent off and see what happens. Obviously the cards have to be like near or basically mint condition, which is completely fine, but it's trying to get like ones that are actually like centered in the actual grading tool itself. So that's why I bought it, because like I've got a lot of cards that you could quite happily send off, but like I haven't got the tool to actually see border wise and corners and stuff. The main grading points of cards now are the borders, the edges, the corners, and the centering. Any defects obviously does take cash away from the card. But I'm learning all this now. This is why I would sit there and just go, you know what, I'd really like to have like an actual, I'd love to own a store now. But I haven't got that sort of income to like push that up. Right, come on guys. There's 23,000 subscribers on this channel. If we all donate £10 each, I'll open a store in the UK. Don't do it. I'm joking. But that would be a dream. I think if life would go a different way, I think that's what I would be doing. This guy smells worse than a flip-flop. Hi, sir. You want that one card? My one card left. £4. I'll do it in 5s. 20. There we go. Right. Where's my folder? There we go. What happened to people? There's no one in the store. Ah! Just Matt. How you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Hope you're having a good time. Shiny, happy people playing cards. But yeah, on for an hour. Done an hour. Yeah, hour stream so far. I got like another hour in me, and then it's yeah. I'm tomorrow, like tonight and tomorrow. I am. I'm basically trying to get through Grounded 2 as quick as possible. Now I am, and then I can start building content, because the idea is when the game updates, it unlocks different areas and unlocks all this extra stuff, and it's like need to get ahead of the game. So bum bum bum. Oh, no. I did not want to do that. Ding 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 ding. Ground 2 is a great game. Yeah, I just need to play through it. Also, I mean, the reason why I want to play through it is that I need to basically go, oh, guys, this is where this is, and you know, this is how we build this, and that's how we continue with that and the other, and so on and so forth. So, is basically making the guides is, I'm trying to like play and learn the game at the same time as making these videos. Yeah, it's the reason why I'm not playing the game tonight. But even then, I don't know. I mean, I think it's because I'm new to it all. Like, it's hard to go, yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing, because I don't. I know how I'm doing, like, the stuff I've covered already. I know exactly what I'm doing. It's all good. But when it comes down to, like, stuff I haven't even checked yet, yeah, I'm kind of annoyed by that myself. I have got a place I really want to build a base, though, but the idea is it's a little bit sketchy. At the same time, I need a lot of resources. I might have to cheat to build. No, I'll see what I can do. Wow, you came in and bought one card off me. Brilliant. But yeah, I gotta be honest, if Car Mechanic Simulator dropped tomorrow though, I would just abandon everything and I'd be on that. It reminds me, I've got to do it. I think tomorrow is a good day to do it. Maybe. I got to build a press pack, and I got to send it to Red Dot. Just because, man. Ah, Walter White in the corner, all on his own. He's lonely. He wants someone to play with. Will you be the lucky girl? The one? No, he's gone with the fat guy. Thank you, 1350. Stand by your man. Watch him lose a card game. And at the end, it's all in vain. 'Cause they owe me money. Stand by your gamer. I know. Yes. Oh, you'd like to trade? What would you like to trade? You're asking £34 for a £32 card. I'll do it for 30. Thank you. Come again. Now go over there, take that $30, and then pay me my money back. £18.90. Why would I shut the shop when look? Oh, hello. You want to trade? Sure, man. What have you got? That card for £4.23. How about I do it for $3? This is my final offer. Yeah, it's my final offer as well. Bye. I'm not paying for that. No way. No. 10, 15, 16, 19, 50, 10, boom. Yes. Oh, and the card. Yeah, cool. Thanks, man. 12:45. Have a great day, sir. Sir, you're going to be sitting there for quite some time. Nobody else is coming to the shop. Loner. Loner. Bye-bye. Oh, profit minus £199. That is because we bought a shop. Well, we bought a shelf. So, because we bought the shelf, it takes more money away from us. Obviously, that's how it works. So we need to pay our bills. All good. Now I need to buy stuff. So we'll buy 2 boxes of cards. 2 big bumper boxes. Get that paid for. Bob's your uncle. Why can't I multi-stack boxes? Sacrilege! Right, I think we're going to do some opening. Yeah. Yeah, LA night. I'm going to take these ones and we're going to open them. Nothing. Nothing. New card. New card. That's it. Right. That'll do. Thing is, the mods are already on. I didn't realise they were still on. So the ones that are on, unfortunately, and I don't know how to turn them off. Alright. So I don't know how to turn them off, which is a pain in the arse. So they're still on. Right? But they are ones that don't really interfere with how the game works. Which is stupid, I know. This is the problem, right? So the ones I've got on are auto light, so the lights turn on. Auto set prices, because apparently I got lazy and couldn't be bothered to work out the prices. Bulk selling, I don't really care about that, and I'm not really worried about that. Display customer money, I wouldn't really call that a mod. It's just an indicator. Fast pack opening, I get to open stuff faster. It doesn't interact with how much money I'm making in the game. One click restock, it would be nice, but I'm actually doing this myself. And purchase cards and mods. I'm not using this. I think it's broken and I don't really care. So I'm not really using it. And auto open is disabled. But yeah, it's kind of when I dropped on, it was like, oh yeah, it's still on. I'm like, oh crap. Okay, so that's kind of annoying. So I'm kind of trying to do this as like without doing anything stupid. So I'm doing everything legit. I'm buying everything myself. Everything is costing me money. I'm doing all the customer interactions myself, but I can't remember how to turn them off. But like I said, the mods I'm using apparently aren't really interacting with how the game works. I'm not using an infinite money glitch. I'm currently doing everything myself. But yeah, I know it says that there are no mods in the actual thing. And it's like, well, they were already there when I got here. And it's kind of annoying I can't turn them off because I can't remember how to turn them off. That's just my bad. I had 20p. What's 20p? Doesn't matter. But yeah, kind of annoying that they're on. But they aren't making me any extra money. Why did you start over? Mainly because did you see the end of my shop? Where I had like all of the stuff on the shelves. I had entire like display cabinets for. Oh, you didn't see it? Okay, give me a sec. So let me just deal with this customer first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 75, 50, 60, 75. So the reason why I started again, let me just save. Rip and win. Right. Number one, the reason why I started again is because I had way too much money. Right, and the problem is when you got way too much money, I mean, I've got $106,000 or pounds, sorry, £106,000, right, and my shop is packed, like completely packed. So there's not really much of a challenge anymore. I was buying the most expensive packs of cards just to go, I'm done, you know. So this is my game room. So people go in here and they play the game, right? Every single card in here is every single art card and variation of the art cards in the game. And then over here is every single, like, I want to say prismatic version of every single art version in the game. And then when you get into my main shop, I've got every single special card, shiny black and white, in the game. It gets to a point where I'm actually selling these cards because I don't need the money anymore. And I'm selling the most expensive packs of bundles at mass production. So I'm kind of like, what's the fucking point in playing the game anymore, basically. And then when I looked into the options of the game, because like I'm double stacked as well, I've got all the single packs and everything here. I've got all the booster packs and everything over there, so I'm kind of stacked the whole shop. And then I saw that obviously like tabletop, they've updated tabletop. So we've got new sleeves, we've got the penny sleeves, we've got the tower deck boxes, and we've got all these new stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool, but where's the challenge? When you've got £106,000 in the game, there is no more challenge. You just go click, buy, boom, and done, and not really care. So I kind of was like, can I be bothered? No, I couldn't. When it comes to deco, I can now decorate my shop. And I'll do that at some other point. And there's also new renovation work. So now we can extend the store even further. And we can do the shop, we can do the storage place even further. And I'm sitting there just going, I can't be bothered because I've already done all this. And it's just one of those things. I think what I wanted to do is, not yet, no. But they are bringing in a graded thing. So let me just bring up Steam and I'll show you. So if we bring up my desktop, here we go, right, this. So this is the update that's coming up soon. You're going to be able to do grading of cards. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Graded cards enabled, grade texture to show imperfections, graded card pricing, album just for storing graded cards, still in progress, sending cards to be graded. So they're actually going to be actively putting in grading a system into this game. I'm like, that's pretty cool. But if I carry on playing like this part of my game where I'm basically sitting here going, well, I've got so much money it doesn't really matter anymore, then where's the struggle? You know, and I'm kind of like, can't be bothered. So what I'm doing is, this is the one that kind of, I finished the game, I collected everything, I didn't really care. I mean, you can even look at my like the binders. I've got every single card they added into the game up until they added more cards into the game. And then if I go into sort, I've got all of the Destiny cards of every single creature of every single one that came out. And I was like, can't be bothered. So then I went ghost cards, and then I collected all the ghost cards. And I'm like, I can't be asked. So starting the game again for me just means I'm taking my time, yes. But on the plus side of taking my time, I'm also just sort of enjoying it. And I spoke about this at the beginning of the stream. Obviously, like, you know, you weren't there, so it's fine. And what I mean, like, when you come to, as somebody who makes videos, you play these games in such a rate that you want to be like the first person to do this, the first person to do that. You need those, like, you know, you need to be the first one because that's where the views come from. And so I blitzed this game. And now I'm sitting there just going, I don't really want to play my big game anymore. I want to start from the beginning. So that's what I did. And I'm kind of enjoying it by just taking it slower and just enjoying the game instead of burning out for myself again. And that's part of my problem. Part of my problem in gaming is that when it comes to doing YouTube videos, you want to get through as much of the game as possible before anybody else, so you can go, well, I've already done that, that's fine. I've already covered that in a video. All I have to do is make sure people watch it. And that's cool. But you never enjoy the game as much. Oh yeah, no, it's fine. I mean, the mods, as I said, I can't remember how to turn them off, and honestly, they're just there, and they're not game breaking mods. I'm not earning extra money from having them on. Customers are spending whatever. I'm doing all the manual work myself. It just packs the shelves faster, and even when they do, even then, I'll just get somebody to do the shelf stacking at one point, so I won't even have to worry about that. But yeah, I know. Yeah, there are mods on, but they're not game breaking or making me extra cash. And they're annoying. They're on. If I can be brutally honest, because I didn't want them on, but I can't turn. I can't remember how to turn them off. But yeah, apart from that, I'm okay. But in my big game, I used mods. I was opening like 1,000 packs in a couple of seconds. It saves a lot of time. It really does. And it helps. Like, I mean, to fill those collections, all those special cards and stuff. That's why I was selling like 10 different rows of cards, because the amount of spares I had left over, I was running the shop for days, running it out of cards, because that's what I could do. And then I'd open up a whole new bundle. And I'd be like, okay, cool. I got like 4 special cards out of this lot. Well, let's do another 1,000 packs. And you do 1,000 packs in like 30 seconds. Like, wow, look what I've done. So with this one, I'm kind of running this like a real shop. I'm not really looking to collect stuff unless it comes through and it's not a duplicate. I'm not really worried about filling up the binders. I'm going to run this game kind of like if I was to run a real shop, I would do this, you know. But yeah, that's where I'm at. There we go. Oh, you want to trade? £4.16. Ask price is £4.8. How about we just do it for 4 and be happy? Thanks, brilliant. Have a great day. It's a good little game. Yeah, I when this first came out, I knew it was going to be a good one, just because of people. And it's like, you know what? It's all good. I was happy this game came out. I enjoyed it, and I kind of saw it as like the next supermarket simulator, because that's what it is. But with the added extra, because it covers the geek culture, I reckon this is just better than Supermarket Sim, just because of the collecting aspect and everything else. And with the new grading system that's going to come in soon, you know what? I'm looking forward to it. I'm currently now back in this world of doing card stuff. So yeah, I used to collect Yu-Gi-Oh, and now I just collect. I now collect white flare Pokemon cards, because that's kind of where I'm headed. I have shifted my focus. Main reason why I'm doing like Pokemon cards is because of the children mainly, because the kids they've got their own little collections. I helped out Ollie like deal with his stuff. I went through all of their cards respectfully and put them in binders for them, and then they took them all out the binders and started throwing around the room again. But you know, I kind of helped him out deal with all that, and like sharing that hobby with them is pretty cool. You know, it's something I can actually sit and just go, I actually know what I'm talking about, because I used to back in, I would say, just whilst when me and Kerry had like little kids, like Logan was like 1, we used to help on a Pokemon Facebook page of like helping people like grade their cards. Well, not so much grade, but see if it was good enough to be like put into collections, or if they were fakes or which series they're coming from. We were kind of like an encyclopedia for it, because there was me, Kerry, and I think it was like 6 other moderators in this page, and we were helping out the community. So when the kids get into Pokemon cards, I'm like, I actually kind of know what I'm talking about, so I can actually share that hobby with them. And I'm like, you know what, I'm all right with this. Like, Pokemon's going to cost me about 15 quid a week for the rest of my life, because Whatnot exists, and Whatnot is a curse. Like, to put this into perspective, 3 weeks ago I didn't have any Pokemon cards and I've now got quite a few, mainly because we went down to an actual shop that sold loads, and I bought packs there as well. We'll do this for $8, mate, or £8. Cheers, bud. I want to show you this, right? So I started collecting white flare. This is my box. All of these are my trades. So we've got loose cards, which are just like anything that aren't any good. They're like, you know, a 50p to a pound's worth of cards. We've got ones in plastics, like the penny sleeves, which are like £1.50. I've got some special edition stuff in actual like top loader stuff that they're like more expensive, and then I've got my 3 PSA cards. Now, in 3 weeks I've collected this. The actual PSA graded cards were £1 or £2 each, because I won them in competitions on Whatnot. So I'm selling everything I own because I want one certain collection. And the most expensive card in my collection is like, at the moment I saw it for, it was 250 quid in a grade 10 on eBay. And I'm like, that's cheap. The thing is that I looked it up on a website. They're trying to sell the card raw for £499. I'm like, if I just get it graded, or if I get the graded version, it's cheaper than buying the raw version, and it's still part of my collection. Okay, cool. What's the problem? So next week we're doing a boot fair. I'm getting rid of Triple H, my South Park characters. I've got a load of other stuff I'm getting rid of. We can take it to a boot fair and basically chuck whatever money we take from the boot fair. I'm taking it to a card convention and going out with the kids and having a good day out, basically. which should be fine. And yeah, it'll be fine. And then there's if I don't sell much, like in the way of Pokemon stuff, then there's a place way out from where I live. It's about 15 miles away, I think it is. And it's basically they'll take bulk, and I'm like, if I can just get rid of all of my bulk cards, I listed them all. They're all on an app I've got for my collection. It's worth like 230 quid. So technically, what I could do is sell my entire bulk collection and buy the most expensive card on my collection that I want, and then that's fine. Technically, I haven't had to spend any extra money on it. But yeah, that's. I think there's the joys of actually getting back into this, but having it with the children, it gives me a little bit more fun in doing it. And then the whole whatnot thing's quite fun as well. Whatnot is a curse though, because you are sitting there going, "Oh, go on now, I'll pay another £1," and you get like whatever. You get entered into a competition. If you win stuff on Whatnot, it's fun. It's like gambling, but you actually do get something out of it. You know, you put in for a card, you're going to get the card, you get put into a giveaway, you might win that giveaway, but you did originally get put into it because you bought something. So you might get something for free. It's good. Another one, I had to ask the rules because I'm brand new to Whatnot, and I was like, I didn't know what half of the stuff they were doing was. One of them is called like a break. I don't know if do you guys know what Whatnot is at all? I don't know. Because if you don't, I'll explain what a break is. I never collected those cards, but I like the game. When I call people nerds, then it's a positive. I can't see why some nerds are. Some are. Hold on. I can't see why some see nerds as negative. It's because they're doing something that isn't what like it's not as mainstream as like, you know, being a jock. The thing is, nerd culture is nerd culture. We just find fun in different things. That's all it is. He's asking for £189 for a £168 card. Mate, I'll do it for £150, but I'm not doing it any more than that. Thanks, cheers, bud. But it's seen as nerdy because it's not like, oh, he's not out playing with his car. So that's the difference. I am, when it comes to like hobbies or like weird things, I'm kind of a jack of all trades. I really like the boy racer culture. I like kitting up cars, making things look pretty, and it all looks amazing. I like modification on stuff. But I'm quite happy to sit at home with like Pokemon cards as well. I'm a big like gamer. I've been enjoying games my entire life. Why else would I be sitting here wearing a Mega Drive t-shirt? Oh, don't type Mega Drive into Facebook, by the way. But the reason why they call you nerds is because you're not part of like a mainstream culture point that they don't see as mainstream, like car modification or wearing like Nike and Adidas and looking cool and standing on the streets. You're not part of like that culture. The thing is, if you started calling people out of that culture, you'll probably get beaten up because you're calling them out for doing something or being something, even though they're doing it to you. Nerds are seen as an easy target as well, because most nerds won't fight. You know, it's kind of a passive attitude. There are some nerds who are more than happy to punch you in the face, though. So I don't know. You kind of just have to like just take it as it is, you know. But the thing is nerd culture nowadays in the 21st century is actually cool in comparison to what it was when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid playing Top Trumps or playing Pokemon cards, you were seen as a geek and a nerd, and no one really ever wanted to talk to you because you weren't part of like the cliques. But nowadays, it's cool to collect Pokemon cards, or it's cool to have like, you know, like stuff that makes you think of the past. You know, it's the whole like nostalgia value of being a nerd or a geek. That's the joys of life. So the culture we grew up with when we were called nerds as a bullying point, now nerdism or geek or being a geek or geek chic is a cool thing. And what I have to say is, screw all haters. If you don't like me, you don't like me. It's fine. If you're going to call me names, that's up to you. You're an idiot. Congratulations. You know, you're just showing yourself up for being a dickhead. I'm born in 76. I always had one leg in both camps. Yeah, that's the same for me. When I was growing up through the 90s, boy racer culture. So I was always hanging around with people who were like, yo, dude, I'm going to put like a 12-inch bore exhaust on my car and I'm going to put like a little turbo package in it and upgrade the ECU and do this. Fine, it's cool. Be happy. I'm going to sit at home with some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. All right, excellent. Yeah. Yeah, I was one of those kids. I couldn't afford to do up cars. If I could, yeah, it would have been a curse. Genuinely. If I was able to afford it back then, yeah, I would have had... what would have I had? I would have had a... I would have either gone Honda Civic or Ford Focus. I mean, the Z-Tech 125s were pretty cool, so I may have gone down that route. Renault Clios, I kind of saw them as like hairdryer, you know, like they were seen as like hairdresser cars. MX-5s, you know, the little roadsters, they were hairdresser cars as well. I would have probably gone with a Civic. I would have probably put some, you know, a nice set of rims on it. I would have probably got it painted like pearl black, blackened out the windows a little bit to legal regulation. I would have had the old Pioneer stereo in there as well. I'd have done all of that, but I was never good with money. I'm still not amazing with money to this day. That's why I don't do things like that. But yeah, I mean, it's, you know, joys of life. What really got me into, I would say, understanding car culture more was like the first Fast and Furious film. The first Fast and Furious film was like amazing. Right, booster packs. I was a guy who both did a lot of sports and loved to play on my Commodore 64, raised in a small town, maybe. Yeah, definitely. If you're like near a bigger place of, you know, it always seemed like if you were in a bigger place, there was always more rift. Like when I got into, like, the music was like a big divider of what I saw, because obviously, like, growing up, people, like, they change their tastes in music and this, that and the other, and, you know, it comes down to what you enjoy is what you enjoy. But as soon as you start dressing the part, if you were like a grunger or a metalhead, you had all the chavs having a go at you. Oh, fuck, you know, a fucking metalhead, bro, you don't know nothing, oh, a fit cut. And you just get to a point where you just smack them in the face. And you're like, I've just had enough of you. And if you carry on, I'm just going to whip the crap out of you with the chains I've got. It's fine. And people would leave you alone then. But, I mean, I remember when, like, I started going out with Kerry. So this is getting into like my late 20s into my 30s. And as we're walking through town, we're going to a gig. I'm dressed up the way I always dress, which is like baggy jeans and like hoodie and stuff. And there was a couple of chaffy kids. You know, they must have been like 18, 19. So they're like 10 years younger than me at this point. In fact, they spat on us and it was like, oh, fucking metal. Like, you know what? You always get that, even just dressing differently. And you're like, why is everyone an arsehole? I mean, all I did was dress differently and I'm going out and then I'm being called a cunt for dressing differently. That's not nice. That's not great. And that attitude is the reason why people get punched in the face a lot. You know, I didn't do nothing because I wasn't going to lose my rag. But it's not a great thing to do. And they were kids. If I'd have smacked one of them, I'd have been in prison. I'd have been put up in jail because I've beaten up a teenager. I mean, it's not the greatest thing to do. So that even that divide of just in music culture alone, it really screws you over. And it doesn't matter, because even if you are, for me, I would say like a small variety of music. I'm into metal, I like rap, I like hip hop, I like old school blues. I'm quite happy in, like, you know, a lot of different ways. But when you dress differently and someone's trying to spit on you or beat you up because you're dressed up as a metalhead or a chav, I mean, what was the point? And that's kind of what I sat and just went, there's just too much for me to deal with right now. And I just kept on walking. But yeah, that comes from that whole split as well. It comes down from that, like, geek culture and jock culture. Our country was built on differences, yes, but that sort of thing you shouldn't be having a fight over. You're fighting over somebody's hobby. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know, that's the thing that pisses me off most. I mean, if you're going to be a far right thug and you're going to go around beating black people up because you're an arsehole, and that just makes you an arsehole, that person can't be, you know, that person doesn't deserve it just because they're a different colour from you. But don't go and beat somebody up just because they listen to a different music than you. And that's stupid. It's what I would actually kind of see that as, I mean, it's just ridiculous. I see real potential in your streams with Kick's new metric, the KCIP. Now's the perfect time to grow. I work with a network helping streamers like you level up. Let's connect on Discord. Ah, cool. Another advertise. Yeah, you know what? I've noticed, like, there are some people on Kick who are genuine, and then every stream, without fail, I'll get one of those. Yeah. Every stream. It's a bot. It feels like a bot, at least. And it is every stream. I mean, on the plus side, if I carry on streaming like this and I get one of those, like, follow my channel every time, then technically it's not going to take me too long to get affiliated. Bring it on. Bring on the bots. That's what it feels like. I'm sorry if... Look, listen, Ochek. I'm sorry if you're real and you're a real person sitting there going, I'm deeply offended. But the way that it comes across is very botty. Oh crap, I haven't dealt with my... Oi! Market price 10%. Market price 10%. We've done those. Yeah. Hi, you want me to do your cards? 16.55. £16.75p. 14.07. Oh. Beating people up for being different is so sick. I know a gay person who was beaten up just because he's gay. Yeah, that happens. You normally find those people are either homophobic or they've got that sort of, like, neo-Nazism inside them as well. It's kind of stupid. Give me a sec. I need to turn the main light on. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Or, I mean, the other people that would do it are, like, I want to say, like, hardcore religious people. I'm not going to, like, talk about that, but you do find that that does happen in, like, the hardcore religious side of things. You know, like, or it's like hardcore vegans who don't go through towns even with ham in the name, that sort of thing. But you kind of see that on, like, the hardcore religious side of things where they hate, like, gay people and stuff. You kind of see it from that sort of person. Or the ones that haven't got, like, a 1950 that don't think it's real. Joy's life. Joy's life. The thing is like, if you don't talk about these things, people just, they don't understand it. and it just becomes like, oh well, you can't talk about that. Well, no, you can. You are allowed to talk about that. You are allowed to like say what's right and what's wrong in the world. Everybody has a moral standpoint. Everybody has like a moral compass. If your compass is a little bit broken, maybe you need to fix it a little bit. But it's that sort of thing. But at the end of the day, people think the way they want to. And sometimes, even if you don't agree with it, it's them being them. And it's horrible, I know. But there are those people in the world. I got beaten up in school for wearing glasses. You know, just because I wear them. Oh, you want to trade? Oh, go on then. Don't have the card customer wants. Well, I can't do it then. Sorry, mate. What are you doing? Get out of my till. So what I got, I know it sounds bad, but like standing outside the school gates, right? And you can hear like other people's kids talking or like shouting as they do, and they're kind of, I know some of them do it for fun, but they call each other names all the time. And you just sit again, is that where we are? Like already? Okay, right. And I have to remind my kids that it's not right to do. I did have what Logan went into detention because he was out on the playground and I think he got hit by a ball or something and he spat at the kid that did it. And as soon as his teacher told me that, I went, oh, that's not good. You know, because he'd spat at another student. I was like, that's just horrible. And he goes, well, I'm glad you agree with me because he's gonna have to go into detention for it. I was like, well, that's completely fine. I mean, he needs to learn a lesson. I said, how did he react to it? He said, as soon as I spoke to him about it, he knew he'd done wrong. I was like, so we asked him, I said, why did you do it? He goes, well, because Ollie does it to me at home. I'm like, yeah, but I've grounded him for doing that. So why are you doing it? And he goes, I don't know. I'm like, maybe we should not do this again. Because if you do it again, then there's going to have to be like a harsher punishment. And he stopped then. I'm like, I don't even understand why they started doing it in the first place. It's disgusting. I didn't teach them to spit at each other because that's just wrong. I can't afford that card. Oh, man. No, I can't. I've only got £1,000 on me. I got beaten up because my brother had problems spelling. It was weird. Yeah, so I mean, taking the fall for someone else sucks as well. Even as your brother as well. I mean, you're taking the fall for him. That sucks. But yeah, the world's a weird place. It really is. And this is what I kind of preach to people when someone says, oh, you know, there could be world peace. It's like, no, they can't. You can't have world peace if you can't even be peaceful on a playground. You know? Normal kids response, why did you do that? I don't know. Mine also follow up with, because I don't want to get into trouble. No. Yeah, I know the frustration, dude. I'm glad I'm not the only one. How you doing, Boot? Oh yeah, it's been like some of the stuff they've come home with is just ridiculous, and the thing is I don't understand where it all comes from because I know I raised my voice and I have shouted at my kids because they've pissed me off to that point, and it's like I'm raising my voice because there is no way anything else is going to hear. Even my neighbours have heard me. I've got a loud voice. I know I have. But if they're gonna, I mean, the one thing they miffed me off the other day. So they took their drinks into their bedroom, which we don't normally allow them to do. But it was one of those days. It's like, it's hot. They can have their drinks in the room and so on and so forth. And I go in there. Why is the floor wet? And it's like, oh, Ollie tipped his drink on the floor. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake! I lost my shit. And I'm like, and I shouted, and I got a text from one of my friends going, "Could you keep it down a bit?" And she's round the corner from me. So okay, but yeah, there are certain things you just sit there. Some of the time I sit there and just go, "Why?" And it doesn't frustrate me. Other times I've just gone, it's not great, basically. The other thing is, it's just you kind of try to figure out why they did it in the first place, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. They just do it, and it's like, I don't know. What are you trying to learn something here? I don't understand. What you're learning is how to push my buttons. But yeah, it's the joys of parenthood. I think every day is a different adventure, and you're not quite sure what which rapid you're going down. It's genuinely a lot. I would say partially it's fun, but at the same time it's massively frustrating because you don't really have like a full idea of what's happening in life. And I kind of saw why my parents got annoyed with me at the beginning, because now I'm like, actually, I kind of understand it now. 1575 6789. There we go. Yes, what would you like to trade? That card? Yeah, you know what? I'll take it. I'll even take the asking price. I'm okay with that. Oh, okay. £2. Thank you. Come again. I haven't become my dad, I've become my mum. My dad never shouted at us because my dad was... When my mum used to threaten us with my dad, because he was the, you wait until your dad comes home and hears about this, and you're like, oh crap, okay, I'm in trouble now, oh crap. And then my dad never raised his voice. My mum would shout the house down because I was an awful child. that's just plain and simple. I've accepted that in my life. I was a horrible, evil, vindictive little shit. If you listen to some of the stories my mum has told me, like the stuff I don't remember, and she'll go, yeah, you were like that. I was like, crap. It's why when I got to 25 and I'd moved out, I had one of those days where I just kind of went, fuck have I done with my life? And I was thinking back to everything I'd done. And the first thing I did at that point was I phoned up my mum, and I sat on the floor of my flat, my back against the wall, and I just sat there and I said, I'm sorry. And the phone went quiet. I went, hello? And she goes, no, I'm still here. I went, look, I'm really sorry for just causing like 20 years of crap. Like, I apologize for everything I've ever done wrong, and I can't make it up to you, but I hope you take this as my apology for putting you through so much shit. And yeah, my mum accepted it. Like, I even said sorry to my brother because I was a dick to him as well. And yeah, I think you get to a point where you just go, you know what? Yeah, actually, no, I did need to, like, yeah, I needed to sort my shit. Moving out was kind of the best thing I ever did, because it made me realize what I actually could do in my life, even if it was a bit later. I was like, I kind of ballsed up a little bit. But I was kind of glad that I did apologize, because I don't think I could have lived with myself a lot more with it, because the way I looked back at it, I just kind of sat there and realized that I was a nasty piece of work. I was a horrible, vindictive little bastard. I really was. But actually saying sorry to it kind of like, it made me realize how bad they actually had it with me. When I found out I was going to be a dad, I called my mum and asked her to remove the mummy curse. We all heard it. I hope when you kids are just as bad as you. I'm going to be brutally honest. I would say, even when I say that my kids do stuff wrong, they're not as bad as I was, and that's saying something. I mean, at the moment, their bedroom looks like a London Underground toilet because they've just written on all the walls. I did that. Apart from the difference was when I did it, I ripped the wallpaper off the walls first. Yeah, that was one of the stupid things I did, and that was taken to the next extreme. I just basically destroy shit. Yeah, it wasn't great. So yeah, I'm worse than they were, or they are. Sorry. That's just one example. Oh, I need to buy a card. I need to put that back on that. Cool. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's my kids and my kids. I would say like most of their school reports came back really positive. They were generally really good at school this year, apart from like the one or two instances they had. But apart from that, I was all right with it. I'm kind of glad they're kind of taken after both me and Kerry. Like behavioural wise, they're a little bit like me, but like when it comes to settling down and doing stuff in school, they're smart kids. They're just morons sometimes. I know it's a way of describing it, but yeah. If I had torn down the wallpaper, I wouldn't be able to sit down. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that I wasn't brought up the same way as my dad was brought up. My dad was brought up by my granddad before he's gone doolally. When he was younger, my granddad brought his kids up Victorian style. Your kids are to be seen, not heard. They are to be presented, and they shut their mouth, and they do what they're told. And if they don't do what they're told, then they were punished. And after hearing some of the stories my dad and my uncle have said, I'm so glad I wasn't brought up like them. I think that in today's day and age, I'm going to be brutally honest, in today's day and age, that wouldn't have been a great way to be like found out that you were doing shit to your kids. I mean, he wasn't dirty, but he was nasty. It was like, oh, your punishment today will be this, and you're like, what the fuck? That sort of thing. So yeah, my dad and my uncle were brought up very sort of like very strict rules, very and it's not great. There was one point, one of the stories was my uncle got to a breaking point and tried to attack my granddad with a knife. That's the breaking point. And that's like, my uncle's quite a placid guy. Like now, I mean, if you talk to him nowadays, he's chill. But even back when I first kind of like the way I remember him, he's kind of like a happy-ish, like, you know, he's a happy-ish person, a little bit like bouncy, a little bit like, you know, smiley all the time. But I could never imagine him raising a weapon to anybody. And he almost tried to stab his dad. I'm like, he must have just got to a point where he's just like, I've had a fuck enough. I'm just gonna kill him, you know. And that's what I can't imagine him doing it. But my dad said that's a true story. I'm like, shit. So yeah, if your dad pushes you to that point where you want to kill him, well, then something bad happened. So yeah, yeah, when I heard that story, I was like, shit. You know, that's how bad it did get. Right, I need to buy 2 packs of this. I don't have enough money. We'll buy one of those. So yeah, that's I'm not as bad as that, and my dad was never that bad to me, so I'm all right. My dad was a hard-working guy. Like, because my parents were young when they had me, my mum was only 17 when she had me. My dad at the time, he was 18, 19 years old, and he was working between 60 and 80. He was working. He says that he was working between 60 and 100 hours a week to put food on the table and to pay all the bills to make sure we had a roof over our heads. And he goes, he said, like, I mean, it was just something I had to do. I obviously I don't remember that because I was like a baby, but my dad put the graft in just to keep us around, just to pay for shit. And you know what? I'm so thankful he did, because the way that he taught me was, if you want something in life, you're gonna go and fucking do it yourself. I'm not gonna just go, oh yeah, sure, I'll do this for you. I was brought up on that. If you want something mentality, you're gonna go off and do it, because if you don't, you're never gonna get it. I was like, okay, cool. So I kind of find myself in a bit of a lazy predicament that I wasn't the greatest student in the world. I wasn't the greatest person at school in the world, but that's just life. And that was just kind of me. I saw myself in a different way. I'm like, well, no, I kind of don't want to do this, and this, but I want to do something else. I never got the opportunity to do something else because I couldn't be bothered at certain points. And then I found myself in like a whole predicament of debt. And then I was moving out on my own with like $6,000 of debt under my head. Just basically balls myself up. Just don't do what I did. You'll be fine. That's kind of the life lesson. $11, $11.35. I didn't get punished much, but rules I shouldn't break, like destroying stuff on purpose. Basically, I had a lot of freedoms, and I couldn't get. Yeah, some people did. But no, I think we all learn from our mistakes over time. Well, some of us at least. And I kind of hope that over time you do learn, and you sit there and just go, you know what? Actually, yeah, I think I'll just do things a little bit differently this time, and you kind of work it out for yourself. And I kind of hope that, like, maybe like if like younger kids are watching this, I don't know if you would be, but if you're watching this, like, you've just got to treasure the fact that it wasn't as bad for you as it was for other people. There are some kids in the world that do have a really rough time though. I've seen some of them. Like, there was one woman, and I mean, she lived local to where we are, and her kid always looked happy, but you kind of figured there was something going on under the surface. You could never put your thumb on it, sort of thing. And then, yeah, stuff happened to that, and that all came out, and then the kid doesn't live with the mum anymore, and she moved out of the village because she was taking stuff off of people giving up for stuff for free, like, oh, I'm doing this for free, blah blah. And then what she would do is she'd go off and sell it. So she was basically taking the piss out of, like, kind-hearted people. And yeah, I don't think the kid doesn't live with her anymore. He was taken away, and he just kind of sat and just went, you know what? I really feel sorry for the little bugger. It's like, that's not great. That's not the way. You don't raise your kids like that, because if you do, you're gonna get ballsed up, basically. Yeah. Why do mummies have the lie detector? Yeah. But that is the only case. I would say that's the only case of sort of neglect I've seen where I live. It's not, as I said, it wasn't horrendous, but it was still. It was noticeable certain times. But that was it for that one. I mean, for everything else, no, most of the people around here are genuinely, I mean, their kids, they love their kids around here. It's quite nice. I mean, obviously, it's like, you're still going to hear raised voices and people going, what the fuck are you doing? And yeah, but it's most people around here, they haven't got a problem with theirs. It's quite subdued around here. Ask price 168, market value 240. Mate, would you do this card for 160? Excellent, thank you very much. I'm gonna be honest, even like what I would call, like, even the rough areas around here, there's nothing truly terrible. I mean, there's fights, and there's like when it comes to like adults, there's fighting, there's like GBH, and there's like spousal stuff. I know the Romany gypsies drove their car through the Irish gypsy's house. That was something. And there's been like one proper act of what I would say would be like domestic violence involving jail time. But I mean, that's pretty subdued when you consider we're quite a small village compared to like some of the big places around here. Like, so you don't want to go into half the stuff that most of Kent go through, at least. Kent's a craphole in some places. If you start finding drug needles on your streets, that's when you're having a bad time. Joys of life, though, innit? You know, you can tell how bad your area is by how many needles per meter there are. I know, heavy topic tonight, right? Oh, you want to trade, sir? Ask price 211. Market, mate, the market value is not even close to this. Let's have a look. And the value's going down, mate. I'll do it for 172. I'll do it for what it's worth. 172. Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm South East, mate. Down in Kent, bruv. I did that to Ollie yesterday. Ollie was wearing his onesie, that is like his Buzz Lightyear onesie. I was like, it's adorable on him anyway. And he comes walking down the hallway with like a bit of Connects on him. It looks like a sword. I looked and go, what, you some sort of road man there, bruv? He goes, no. Where do you live? If you're saying that, where are you from? Actually, you don't have to tell me where you're from in Kent. Just give me a rough idea. I could probably try figuring it out. 31. $380, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'll do it for that. That's fine. Let's put it this way. One of my I've got a couple of like what I call hub towns. So like bigger towns than a normal town. They're all within like a 15-mile radius of where I live. Oh, you're in Denmark, okay. No, my accent is proper southeast. Like, I can speak fluently and I can speak articulately and genuinely put on a posh accent as well. So, I mean, I could do this all the time and no one would really know the difference. But it's not a very genuine way that I speak. So that's why I talk the way I do. It's also why I drop a lot of letters and words. Because it's the way that I worked in factories for like 10 years. That killed the language. Like, so I used to work on like the phones. So I used to talk to customers all the time, and you used to have your phone voice, so everything you say is proper and articulate, and it's very, very well pronunciated as well, and everybody can understand you. You speak in an upper tone so everyone can know that you're the authoritative figure, and that's okay. And then I worked in factories and everyone around me talks like this, right? So that's why my accent went out the window. My language went out the window. Everyone talked like this, and that's the way I've ended up. And I'm like, it's such a common way of talking. It's really annoying, but it's the way I am. When I think of Kent, I think of Dover and Canterbury. Yeah, so like Dover, Canterbury, Ashford, Maidstone, Tunbridge Wells, Tunbridge. Then you go up to north and you go Chatham, Gillingham. Then if you go down that coastway, you've got Whitstable, Margate, Ramsgate, Folkestone, Hastings. You know, all that. So it's Kent and Sussex. That's what happens when I list stuff in Kent. But yeah. It's all good, man. It's all good. Dover is about, I want it just around an hour away from me. Actually, I've got to be honest, if I draw like an hour circle, I can circle the whole of Kent about how far everything is away from me. Canterbury is all right. It's okay. Seems to be going a little bit downhill with like a lot of the shop closures. The High Street's not as good as it used to be. The cathedral's still there. I mean, that's a plus side, I suppose. Dover. I'm going to be honest. Dover, at this point, through people I've spoken to who live down there, it's a diabolical hellhole. That's what I've heard. And you're not allowed to film the port anymore. And if you do film the port, you have to do it from a safe distance because of the immigration problem that they're suffering from right now. So there was a couple of people who they got turfed off the ground from around there because they were standing too close. So they got told that you can't film here because of like security reasons. But if you go up on the cliffs, you can look down into the port and still film. They can't do nothing about it because it's too far away. Again, that's people that live down there. Some English streamers have a lot of accents. Don't try to understand people from Liverpool. You're right there, Chuck. They all talk like this up there now, boy. It's all that kind of like ringy-polly. They talk like this. Alright? Yeah, the Northerners. A Geordie is... They cut a lot in the back of their accent. It's up north. Favourite one's the Brummie though. You all talk like this in quite a broad accent. And it's a little bit slower as well, but at the same time, it's quite easy to understand. It gets worse. Well, for me, it gets harder to understand the more north you go. Like Scottish people, I'm all right with Scottish people. I can understand them most of the time. But I have spoken to, like, when a Scottish person gets drunk, I ain't got a clue what they're saying. And I know I know Scottish people, and I know when they get absolutely ratted, I can't talk to them. I don't know what they're talking about. I just sit there and laugh. I'm not being nasty. Generally, I just can't. It's like people from Devon or from the West Country. You right there, my lover? We all talk like this down there. Yeah, the more north you go, it turns into the dialect difference is really dramatic in the UK. Like, if you're going from the top to the bottom, so it's 1,000 miles from the tip of Scotland to Land's End. It's about 1,100. Let's say it's 1,100 miles. Between that and that, it's like every it's weird. It's almost like every 10 miles the dialect changes. I was 3 weeks in Edinburgh. The first couple of days I was it doesn't surprise me, man. Yeah, Edinburgh is a A class place. The best time to go to Edinburgh though is during the Fringe Festival, where you get all the comedians come out and they just basically swarm any public space they can to do their acts. Because you're number one, you'll be pissing yourself laughing, but number two, there's just so many different people there. You don't know whether you're coming or going anyway. And it's not just Scottish people; it's like worldwide almost. Anyways, right, I need a few boxes. We had a lot of fun ever. All good, man. Like I got a problem about like I said, like my biases. I just can't understand it when people get drunk. Apart from that, most of the people I know from all across the country, genuinely nice people. You know. And if I know a lot of nice people, that means I'm the arsehole. It's the truth, man. Oh, what do I need? That one. I don't know if I can. Yeah, I can just afford that. That's fine. I can't afford to pay my bills. We'll do that later. There we go. Hi guys, 5 more minutes and you'll be fine. Right, that's all of that. That's all of that. That's fantastic. And open. I keep pushing B for building. I'm not building nothing. We'll pay that bill. We'll pay the other bill in a minute. It's $50. It's $50. But yeah, I would say like most of the people I've spoken to are genuine, right? Starting out again, this game get a big update. It's just about to. So the update, I mean, if you can read it over there, it's this one here where it comes to the grading card section. He's putting in a grading system into the game that you'll be able to trade graded cards and send cards off to be graded. It's kind of a big thing, but I don't want to. The thing is like I said to Kisa earlier, I don't want to play my original game because my original game is kind of like everything's been done and I can't be bothered to do it. So I'm treating this playthrough as an actual shop and not just like my personal collection to collect everything because I've already done that, you know. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the grading update because I'll run it all through again. I'm getting into the whole Pokemon world again. Yeah, I'm into the whole like card collecting stuff and doing all that. Grading cards is just part of that thing that I actually really enjoy. Oh, I'm going to pay my bills. Pay bill. There we go. So yeah, starting again. Mainly, I wanted an easier game to play tonight because I'm cooked from last night. Just absolutely fried, and it's been a long day, and I'm like, I just needed a chill game that I wasn't gonna like stress over. And this is that game. I'm not stressing. I'm just plodding by. And honestly, I mean, it's been a while since playing it. I wonder how the grading's go. I don't know. I mean, that's the kind of thing. I'm like, I don't know how it's going to affect the game at all. So it's kind of why I wanted to start this again, because let's say they bring in this other system and it works differently to what we've had already. Your game may get messed up because of it. I don't know. So yeah, and there's going to be more stuff coming. So if you look at this, I mean, we're down to this bit here, card grading, and we're only at 0.52. I reckon at this pace, you're looking at like end of next year when this game goes V1. and that's when all of this is finished, even when you'll be able to play the actual game itself. And I don't understand why it's taking so long to actually implement the game itself, because if you just played this game pretty much like Pokemon but without the energy cards, the game itself is pretty simple. Maybe obviously I don't have a clue on how to actually like program a TCG at all, but it's a very basic looking card system, so the rules aren't going to be very complicated, but we shall see. I just hope it's good. I said it's been a while since I played this anyway, and I wanted to get back into something, and I didn't want to play anything too hard. I've got recording and stuff to do as well, so 1680. Oh no, something's happened to my thing up here. It's not getting any more hits. Give me a sec. Oh. So for some reason, let me just turn Twitch off here for a sec and then turn it back on. I've got to go and check Twitch quickly, because Shanks put a message in and now I'm not getting any messages from Twitch. Okay, so he hasn't said anything, that's why. But it's not coming up with YouTube chat either. Ah, there it is. Yeah, it's now caught up with itself. Bloody game. Or bloody OBS. I wonder how the card games are going to be. I have never played the card games. Really? I mean, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Mainly. That was my jam. I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! For like various different reasons. The artwork on the cards, in my opinion, was some of the best. It was good. The rules wouldn't be complex, but the coding, yeah, exactly. That's kind of, as I said, I don't understand the coding behind it, but I kind of get the gist that it's probably a lot more complicated than I can think about it. So I understand. It's just, for me, it's like, okay, that's fine. That's why I'm not really pushing. I'm not like, oh my god, this guy's so slow. Like, oh, he's not doing nothing. It's like, he's doing it in his own time. It takes time. It's all good. Yeah, card games wise, I learned the rules to Yu-Gi-Oh! And then in the early days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Before they started bringing out all the extra evolution cards and like morph cards and this, that and the other bullshit, I played a couple of tournaments as well. I didn't do too badly. I'm not like the greatest player, but I didn't do too badly. I never won anything. I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed it at a level where it was actually, in fairness, I found it more fun. And then when I moved out and I had to get my own place and I had to make my own money, my Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards were the first thing I flogged, just to like make sure I had enough money for rent and shit. And I sold the whole lot for 850 quid. I'm like, I regret that, because it's worth it. That whole set was worth a shed ton more now. And then, yeah, Pokemon stuff. Like, I'm getting back into Pokemon now, like, 20 years later. I'm like, oh, okay. You played in Pog tournaments. Man, I love Pogs. Pogs were amazing. Pogs were great. Like, little discs of cardboard that took the world by storm. It was fantastic. They just had random crappy bits of artwork on them, but they were amazing. I loved my Pog collection. And then I actually have no idea what I did with it. And I know that's bad, right? I have no idea what happened to my Pogs. I can't remember. £51.75p. The worst part about selling these cards is they're worth naffle. Oh. I had to give myself a crash course in how to play Pokemon again. It's fairly simple, I just didn't remember. So, because my kids are in, and because like Logan and all, they're getting into the whole like Pokemon world. Like Ollie's still a little bit young to kind of understand Pokemon, like how you actually play the game. But Logan's kind of there. The downside, he hasn't got enough energy cards. So I'm like, we can't really do this yet. You haven't got enough energy cards. He's like, but I need more energy cards. Like, right. So next time we buy you a batch of cards, we need to buy an ETB then, don't we? What's that? It's an extra box. You'll get lots of energy cards then. So yeah, his next purchase will probably be, I gotta be honest, I kind of want him to go down the White Flare route. I mean, he can do Black Bolt if he wants. It all comes with the same energy lot, but it just means he's on the same sort of level as me. But it's up to him what he wants to collect. But I was like, you can't technically play the game because you haven't got any energy cards. Because if you boost up your Pikachu, you need like the extra lightning cards to be able to do the abilities and stuff, and you can't do that if you've only got one electric card, can you? So yeah. And so he was all like, oh, I said, what you do is you can play the basic version. So you don't worry about the energy cards. You just focus on the hit points and how much damage your card's actually doing. And he was all right with that. But yeah. Product placement. I saw it. Where? Where did you see product placement? I haven't got product placement. Oh, Smelly Boy wants to trade. I don't want this card. I've got 9 in my album. I don't need this card. I'm very sorry, mate. What product placement? Am I missing something? £43 and 85p. Oh. 50, 60, 70, 85. Boom. He really just popped it up there. Oh, that's because I drink Pepsi every day. I wish I was sponsored by Pepsi. I'd never have to ask for anything ever again. Like, if this stream was popped by Pepsi, oh, it'd be amazing. No one pays me to drink Pepsi Max, by the way. No one. If that was true, I'd have a much better setup. I'd have my own room. But I don't. I mean, technically, I should be sponsored by these guys. Yeah. I should be sponsored by them. That deck has been in my stream for the last 2 years, and I have not ever got a sponsorship from Full Circle ever, or EA. They've never sponsored me, and every day that board is on my stream. I know there's a PlayStation on my stream. I never get sponsored by PlayStation. See, this is the thing. There's products all around me, and I get sponsored by nobody. It's kind of why I sit there and just go, if you want to donate, it's up to you. Because I get nothing. You know that bit in Wayne's World where Garth's dressed from like head to toe in Adidas, and he goes, people just do it because they pay them those money, and I think that sucks. And it's like, yeah, that's never happened to me ever in my life. 136.05. Brilliant. Have a great day, sir. The other thing I've taken note of is that I have a beard, right? I'm not sponsored by beard oils or balms or like hair grooming products or nothing. Nothing like that at all. If you want to see a streamer or YouTuber that gets paid bugger all, yeah. Oh, is it Reebok? I thought it was Adidas. Yeah, it was Reebok. Good call. Yeah. So is it? Ugh. Boom, boom, boom. It's like if you watch old school TV shows, like you can do this on if you watch Seinfeld. 95% of the products that they drink in or eat in the show are not mainstream products, or their boxes are turned so you can't read the labels. In certain episodes, when they're like pulling out a can of Coke out the fridge, it means they took a sponsorship for Coke in that episode, because it's in the episode, it's product placement. I've gone through old shows and I've just gone, Mountain Dew in this one. Because you can see when it's purposely put on screen because it's right in the camera's view. It's like, man, I should not watch this stuff because you can call it out all the time. It's just stupid. Wayne's World did it properly because what they did was they basically just went in the opposite direction. They purposely put it on screen and took the piss of it at exactly the same time. And that was the best bit of like product placement in any film, because you'll always remember those scenes because of it. There we go. Old school, the Blackadder and Alara. I love this. Well, Blackadder not so much because they were set in war times and stuff where there wasn't really products in like the First World War or the Victorian era. But if you watch what I would call like the mid-90s era, so Friends, Seinfeld, that sort of thing, you kind of knew they were being sponsored by somebody because it would be put into frame, and you're sitting there just going, but why? And then there's, oh, that's why, because it's genuinely there. Right, he's asking £5. It's worth £4.90. You know what? I'll do it for a £5. Perfect. Cheers, bud. Were we all good? Right. You know what? We got a grand in. I think we need another table. I think we need just another table. 200 buckaroos for a table. We'll take it. We'll stick a third one in and we'll be all right. There we go. So the only thing I need is booster boxes, really. So that's not too bad. So we'll pick those up now. Got enough to pay my bills, which is good. Oh yeah, that it's on a ridiculous amount there. Product placement in films is stupid because you're just sitting there going, okay, cool. I see that. I know exactly what you're doing. Right, one of the best films to advertise cars and how much money they got from the sponsorships was Gone in 60 Seconds. The whole film is based on cars and like Ferrari showrooms and Jaguars and top end. There's just cars everywhere. Right, we are open. We now have 3 tables. I think my next port of call is to extend the store because it's getting cramped in here. And to renovate the store is 1,100, 1,500, nearly 2 grand to extend the store. So we just need 2 grand. Oh yes, we could do that in a couple of days, probably, maybe, mate. We'll see how things go. 47.25. Whoa, this guy is buying up bundle. Cheers, bud. That's 90 quid. Whoa, we're some way there. Hey, man. Yeah. Oh, hold on. 35p. Have to go see you soon. Peace out, peace out, man. Have a good one. Enjoy yourself. I'm going to be calling it a day in probably after this one, actually. You know, I've got stuff to do tonight. I've got stuff to do tomorrow. If I'm going to be brutally honest, it's going to be a couple of days. And I've got a lot of like just grinding to do before I like can make some more videos. So that'll be fun. Oh, but yeah, day 11 now. We're nearly on it, so I need 2 grand. 2 grand will just about do it. Not in real life, unless someone wants to be very generous, but kind of just in the game. Right, that's okay. 721 bucks. We only need 1,300 pounds to go, and then we can upgrade the store. Gimme! Give me a sec, buddy. Ah, there we are. Oh, you want one of the cheap cards. Fantastic. Is that right then? 26.95. Close. No cigar. There we go. All right. Halfway through the day, and we've got £807. Yay! wonder what that was. 83 done. There we go. Right. £2.60. 50, 60, 70, 90 done. Someone's got a really pissed off dog tonight. It's not a regular one either. If you can hear a dog, I apologise. £10p, watch out, she's breaking the bank. She broke the bank. She paid 10p so she could sit down at my table. She's going to pay more money anyway. 10p for a card. That's pretty damn cheap. There we are. £4. Boom, shanker, sir. Not really caring about the 7p when they spend like £35, right? Oh. Smelly woman. Smelly woman. Blech. I think that's a new model. I don't think I've seen this girl model in the game. New to me, damn it. Right. £85 and 84p. Oh. Done. She needs a spray. Oh, I can't afford the spray right now, man. I need to extend my store. But we need £2 for that. So I think that's going to be in another stream at some point, I think. Probably like, actually, you know what? I might just stream this game and just keep making videos on like Grounded. Because at the moment, it's not too bad. Not sure yet. Just still trying to figure that one out. There we go. Goddamn smelly people. $50, $60, $70, $80, boom. One box. 1303. There we go. Cheers, guys. If you'd like to vacate, oh, you want to trade? Oh, ask price £49, market value is 58. 45. Cheers, bud. It's all good, man. Right, next customer. Smelly man, smelly man. Have a lovely day. Still need another £1,000. So definitely need to like pull that out of my ass in the next one. Good choice there, sir. Looks like me when I go into a shop. What can I interest you in? All of those. Excellent. And there we are. Unless you want to trade? No? Bye. Oh, he's settling down. Okay. They're not worth a lot. They're just get rid of them quick cards. I think I could. Can you actually sell straight out of the binder? No, you can't. See, I would, but I can't. It's really annoying. Right, they guys just come in. I'm going to walk through, watch this game for a minute, and go, meh, you know what, I'm just going to leave. See, that guy walked straight in, did a lap of the tables, and then walked straight back out. What? What is going on? Putrid smelling people. Smelly boys. No one's going to play with you, mate. It's too late. Oh, you might get lucky. Oh, you got lucky. There we go. The final 6 customers of the apocalypse. Death and pestilence is the smelly one on the end. £4.40. Cheers, bud. 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. Leave them playing for longer. You get paid more money. See, £23 a person. That's not too bad. And it's free money. Literally cost me 200 quid for the table, and then they sit in there and they play the game. And then he's a customer as well, so he's just paid me 23 quid to sit down and play the game, and now he's buying stuff off me. That's good customers. Cheers, matey. £8.50, 60, 70, 80 and 5. Have a great rest of your day. Right, on that note, it is time for me to save, and it is time for me to disappear. And the reason why is because I've got, as said, the reason why I'm playing this is because I've had a long day. It's been a bit of a bugger, but we got through it and we're all good. I streamed for nearly 3 hours playing this and it's fine. So if you want to see any more of this, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear your thoughts or in the chat. I'm going to head off now. I'm going to go and chill. I'm going to go and sort of give my head some space, and I'll be back with another, in another video, live stream, or whatever else to do on the channel. Until then, I'm going to say peace out, have fun, enjoy everything you guys do, and have a great rest of your day, weekend, morning, afternoon, or evening. I'll catch you later. A boom! Fist bump to you.